I'm heading into the snowies because riding a motorcycle in snow in Australia is a real novelty. Now, when you think of motorcycling adventures in Oz, snow isn't the first thing that comes to mind, but it should. So, just like an adventure into the Outback or along our magnificent white beaches, riding the snowies in Oz is a birthright and not negotiable. Come and have a look for yourself.
Beautiful day to be out on the bike. It's a cracking morning. Look at the beautiful crystal blue skies, green pastures, spectacular lake, and hopefully a little bit of snow later on. So, off to Charlotte's Pass we go. Nothing like some morning twisties to get your biking fix, that's for sure. Just a cracking day. My God, man. Oh my God, I could have not got the weather right. Spectacular. I love this crest. Oh, and it just reveals everything. Look at this, and awesome. Okay, so I was just going to set up for the next bit of video here, and I just noticed there's an aircraft contrail up in the sky there, and it just reminded me, for those of you that fly from Sydney to Melbourne quite regularly, keep your eyes peeled because that particular route goes bang over the top of the snowies here, and make sure you're sitting on the left-hand side of the plane southbound, and you'll get a crystal clear view of the snowies and all the snow up on top of the mountains. So keep that in mind for the next time you fly between Sydney and Melbourne. Okay, so again this time, instead of going straight to Charlotte's, I'm going to go through Smiggins and go via Link Road again, just to see if there's more snow out the back of Smiggins here. There was that little bit of snow last time, but because it was cloudy last time, and I ended up getting some flurries as well, so it was snowing for a little bit, but not today. It's a crystal clear day today, so hopefully the views are even more spectacular. There's more snow because that snow wasn't there last time. There you go, there's another contrail up there, the plains Sydney to Melbourne. It's the second busiest route in the world, busiest in Australia. Yeah, so you'll see that contrail up there. What I'll do is I'll pop a photo for reference that I've taken up in the sky. Alright, here we go. Yeah, baby! Oh yeah, there's heaps more snow. There was no snow here last time, it was just a couple of spots of snow, whereas today, this is sweet! So obviously the big difference between this year's snow trip and last year's snow trip is there's more snow about. So what I'll do is I'll reference in some of the videos I've taken in from last year and overlay them in this video so you can see what the difference is like. And you know what, for someone who lives in Australia, snow is a real novelty. We don't get much snow here in Australia, so to be riding on a dirt road with snow in the background, it's awesome. It's something very, very unique and a must do. Oh, now here's a perfect example of a lot more snow. I'll put in the video from last year. Now there's that big slither of snow right in the middle where the ski run is. There was only some patches there last year. Yet now, look at the whole side of the mountains covered in it. So I'll pop that video from last year right here for reference. Good, thanks. Oh yeah, I don't know about that. I just don't know what's under it. It looks perfectly solid to get the bike up here, but then you look at that. Look, if I get the bike stuck in that, there's no way I'm getting it out. And it looks really flat, yeah. And the thing is, I've taken the crash bars off because the crash bars are bent from the accident. I've got to re-straighten them. So I've taken all that protection off. So it's just not worth trying to get it on snow. I'll just have to be happy with that. Oh no, someone's dropped their AirPod. Oh no. I'll charge that up and see if it pings on whoever owns it. What's that over there? Oh, it's just a lid. Jeez, who knows what you'll find. Alright, let's go find some more snow. Okay, now the last time I was here, I had flurries coming down. I ended up going right, and it was snowing, and the footage was spectacular. It's actually one of my favourite bits of footage, so I'll overlay that here. But instead of going right, I'm going to go left to Guthaga, which is a dead end, and then I've got to come back up this way. So let's go and enjoy this part that I haven't done before on the bike. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. Totally cool. Yeah, baby, look at that. Awesome. One of the hard things about riding in the snow is if you want to take photos and video, you won't get very far because every corner is an absolute cracking photo or bit of video. All right, let's see what we can do here. Jeez, look at that. That's so good. There's a lot of snow around. That's awesome. You know, one of the awesome things is that you don't feel like this should exist in Australia. You know, we don't have a lot of snow, or some seasons are pretty bad, and then when you get a good one, you kind of just spin out and think, this is unreal. And it is. All right, so we're at Guthaga. It's a small little ski resort village, because where Perisher is, then you can get to the top of the mountain at Mount Blue Cow, and then the other side here is Guthaga, and there's a little ski village. Not much. When I say that, it's literally just a couple of hotels, and then you got Guthaga Dam all the way down the bottom there. So not much to see or do. I won't spend any time here. I'll get to the end and then turn around. Now I'd love to get down to that road down there, but that's gated off, so there's no way I can get down there. It's on the other side of the dam, which you can see over there. And then this is it. This is Guthaga village, just a couple of ski hotels. And that's about it. That's the end of the road up here. Right, now there's a gate up there. You can't get past that gate. Actually, I've never been down this far before. Right, here's the ski field. Well, it wasn't gated off, so I'll keep going. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm not going up there on this bike. If I had a different bike I would, but not this one. Alright, look, I'm sure you don't need me to tell you, organise a trip down to the snows. It's just awesome. If there's a bit of snow around and crystal blue skies, then one thing I do need to tell you though is lip balm. Don't forget your lip balm, because your lips dry out here real quick, and it'll make for a cracking trip. And the other thing is, actually, before I forget, don't crash either. You don't need me to tell you that either, but because I've got plates in my wrist now, I can feel it in the cold, so it's a real bugger, it's a real pain in the ass. So there you go, snowies, lip balm, and don't crash your bike. You're good to go. Okay, you can see it's 10:18 here. I'm going to get to Charlotte's from here, so that might be another 2 hours of play, get me to midday, and then I've got to get back to Sydney. So I won't get home till about 7 p.m-ish, and that means I've got to get ready for work. I've got to be up by 4:30 for work tomorrow. I better get a move on. I don't think I'll put that bit in the video. G'day Perisher. Actually, the one thing I didn't do was go back up that service road there last time. Well, let's do it then. There is a lot of snow around. Right, now there's two ways here. I can go up that way through a bit of snow, but this takes me back to that chairlift I was at before. This goes around the other side of the mountain, and I know that because I've been through here on the mountain bike. How much snow's around on this side, I do not know. What a playground, hey? Just awesome. I love it. Well, that's a bugger. I'd really want to go up there, but that looks mighty steep. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that is frightfully steep. And on a big, heavy bike like mine, now that I've taken these crash bars off, I'm not going to risk it. Now, very quickly, I can certainly tell you what this building here is. I can tell you with absolute certainty what this building is. It's the sewage treatment plant, because me, you can smell this a mile away. Jesus, you can chew on it. It's so thick in the air, you can bloody well chew on it. Woo. That looks fun. That looks really fun. Oh yeah, I want to have a go at that. Alright, let's see if I can get up to some snow there. That would be bloody amazing if I can get up to this. Ooh, there's a bit of snow there.
Okay, so I'm just exploring the village of Perisher. There isn't much to it, and I don't really know what's here. After all, I'm not really looking for anything in particular. So I'm just having a sticky beak and maybe get some snow photos with April. Now here's a good example of the difference in camera angles. Exactly the same spot, move the camera around just a little bit to go from this to this.
way to go. He's going to walk up there. Wow. Way to go, son. No way. He's going to go all the way up there. What a champion. Just awesome. There's not much to it, is there? It's just this ski resort sort of place, and that's it. Thanks for coming. It's still busy. I guess they've got jobs that repaint the walls, maybe fix up whatever was busted with it over the season.
Okay, so that was just a quick sticky beak at Charlotte's Village. It was here that I thought it's a great opportunity to get another photo of the bike in snow. Now, the idea was good, but the execution was pretty dismal.
Oh, shit. Even with a little bit of snow, I'm now stuck. Who would have thought even just a little bit of snow like that stuffs me in a big heavy bike? Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. All right, stand by. For fuck's sake, really. I can't be that stuck, surely not.
Right, so here's a tip if you get bogged. Put your bike into gear to stop it from rolling back. As I lifted the rear end up out of the ditch, I then had to hold the weight of the bike from rolling back down this steep slope. Schoolboy error, but one to remember for next time.
Ah, sake. It's not that deep. Look at it. It's amazing how a little bit of snow with a big heavy bike, you're gone. You're gone skis. Sorry for the language, but that was a real pain in the ass. This is awesome. So much more snow. Totally awesome. This snow wasn't here last time. Oh wow, look at the snow. Yes. When I left home yesterday, I was a little bit nervous because it's my first trip since the accident. And you know, that rattles you a little bit, I'm not going to lie, of course it would.
And when I left home, I was a little bit, just take it easy, make sure that the bike's okay as well. And it's turned out to be 2 magic days of riding. Now, I'm not going to sit here and ramble on about it. I'm sure you've seen it in the video. So my biggest tip is just get down to the snowies, especially at the end of the winter season when there's a lot of snow about. It really is magic riding on the bikes. I hope you've had a good time in watching the video. Subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Geez, any way you look, that way, just magic. All right, thank you, the Snowy Mountains. Let's go home. So the plan is to go for a swim in the Pacific Ocean, then ride my motorbike across the continent solo and go for a swim in the Indian Ocean. It's literally from one side to the other, and then ride all the way back home again. But first, I've got to tell Nana.
If anything happens, you can stay there. Nobody's going to come pick you up.
I'm having trouble picking her back up again. No point trying to break the bike or myself just for a YouTube video. So I pressed the emergency button. The lady put me on hold and rang around a bit. She goes, look, I'll put a job out for you. Wow, I've never had a police job on me before, but anyway, there you go. I don't want to damage the bike. I'm in the middle of nowhere.